What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, this video is a continuation of the series of videos I've been putting out lately, and that's asking, how many games will this team win this NBA season? And in this video, I will be discussing the Los Angeles Clippers. As everyone knows, or if you're paying attention to the last few years with the Clippers, of course, you notice the first thing that sticks out to you is the names Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. But last year, if you looked at the Clippers, they struggled with health as far as Paul George being healthy and Kawhi Leonard not playing at all last year. But Tyronn Lue still was able to get the most out of the guys that were active and were playing. The Terrence Manns, they traded and received Norman Powell, which was a great move. Robert Covington, Reggie Jackson, Zubac. The list goes on and on. Marcus Morris. The list goes on and on. And now in this offseason, the Clippers signed John Wall. Now, a lot of people don't think John Wall is still that all-star caliber guard he was in Washington, because the last 2 years with Houston was not something to write home about, basically. You had a season where he was playing to a not an all-star level, but he was a formidable piece to any team that would love to have him. I mean, we're talking about 17 points and 7 assists. So what team wouldn't want that? And then the Houston Rockets decided to just sit John Wall down. So now that the Clippers have him, I believe we're going to see one of the best versions of John Wall, whether he's coming off the bench, whether he's starting, whether it's a two-man backcourt with him and Reggie Jackson, which I doubt Tyronn Lue will do, but it could be an experiment you could see in the preseason. Also, you have, like I said, what happened last year with the Clippers was just health, right? The year prior, they went to the Western Conference Finals, and you just say, what could have been? We know with their owner, Steve Ballmer, he's one more of the, on the passionate side of ownership when it comes to, teams and celebrating his teams. We see him at the games all the time, and he's cheering for his team. And when it comes to that, guys like that will do whatever it takes to win. If you're a winner in another sector, this is a hobby, basically. So you want your team to win. This is something that you get to talk about in your other endeavors. So the Clippers being a contender is important. They are by far currently, even though people don't want to hear this, they are by far the better team in LA. Even though the Lakers did win the championship in the bubble, but if you look at it on paper and you compare the two teams, if you say what team you think will go further in the season if all guys are healthy, I will take the Clippers, because I look at the Lakers roster and I just say, yeah, AD, depending on that. I mean, Kawhi Leonard's the same way, right? Kawhi hasn't played a full season, and I can't even remember the last time I actually said Kawhi Leonard and full season. I can't remember the last time I said Anthony Davis in full season in the same sentence. But when it pertains to the Clippers and health, it's all predicated on how Kawhi comes back, right? Because listen, the Paul George of old, especially the version of the best version of Paul George that I've seen was when he was in OKC, and he was at another level. He was playing at that MVP caliber skill level that I knew, he can maximize. Now, if Kawhi's healthy, Paul George is healthy, and they getting the bits and pieces from, like I said, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Zubac, Morris, Reggie Jackson, Robert Covington, John Wall, and any other bits and pieces they might, tweak the roster with. Listen, the Clippers can be an ultimate threat to any of the top 3 or 4 teams from the West of last year. They can be a threat to Golden State. They can be a threat to Memphis. They can be a threat to Phoenix. Be a threat to Denver. For sure. The Western Conference is going to be really, really tough this year. But, with the Clippers only winning 42 games last year, they went 42-40 and missed the playoffs last year. I see them this year. I ultimately see them this year winning 49 games. I see them winning 49 to 50 games this year. 49 to 50 games. Maybe somewhere in that 48-ish. Yeah, like around there. 48, 49 games. I'm going to stick with 49 though. I think they're going to be right there on the cusp of the playoffs, like right there. Like they might be in that battling for that 5 through 7, right? They might be there. And honestly, even if they are a 6 seed, if they're a 6 seed, the number 3 team wouldn't want to play them in the first round. That's just honest. Just think about it. Like, you would not want to play. I'm talking about a healthy Clippers roster. You would not want to see Paul George and Kawhi Leonard in April, like late April going into May. You would not want to see that. Like, I'm talking about, like, if you think about it, like how these guys resume, even though Paul George is known to, disappear during the playoffs, we will see. We will see how things turn out for them. I think, them being a 6 seed is on the horizon. A lot of people are picking them to go to the NBA Finals this year. That is yet to be determined. I'm not going to go that far until I see what George and Leonard look like together this season with John Wall, and how actually Tyronn Lue puts everything together as far as coaching them up and, them playing together and chemistry. And, we just can't give guys the trophy. We just can't do that. Like the last 2 seasons, we had talks of the Nets and we had talks of this team and that team. And then ultimately the last 2 years we had the Bucks winning and we had the Warriors winning. So you can't just ultimately give a team a trophy in the off season. Let some games be played. Let's see some wins. Let's see some losses. Let's see some streaks. Let's see some, let's see who's separating themselves from the pack. So many words, right? So when you think about the Clippers, when you think about their roster, when you think about LA, a lot of people, me included, the first team that comes to mind is the Lakers. But over the last few years, the Clippers have had the Lakers number. I cannot tell you the last time I seen the Lakers beat the Clippers. So right now, Crypto.com Center has Lakers banners hanging up. But don't be shocked or surprised if in the near future the Clippers are hanging a banner. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys see the Clippers winning less? More games? Listen, 50 plus wins could happen. But again, it's all predicated on the health of their 2-star players, as well as role players and coaching. It all has to come together in one big gumbo pot. It's Astronaut H. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. I appreciate everyone tuning in, listening, and watching. As always, it is greatly appreciated. I can't say enough about all the comments or things I be hearing or things I'm reading on the channel. I appreciate you guys. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.